All right, so we're going to start on two routes in the back end, one to create a product and one to update a product. And like I said in the last video, the way that we're going to handle this is when we click create product, it's going to automatically create one in the database with some sample data and then immediately take us to a screen where we can edit that data. So let's start off here in the product controller, and I'm going to just copy the last route here, the delete. And this is going to create a product. And it's going to be a post request to API products and private admin, and then we'll call this create product. So here we want to instantiate a new product. I'm just going to get rid of everything here, and let's say const product equals, and I want that to equal a new product, which will take in an object, and let's assign a name. So I'm just going to add here sample name, and for the price, set that to 0. The user is going to be the logged in user, so request.user._id. Image, so for the image I'm going to have a sample image, so this will go to /images/sample.jpg. And then for the brand, say sample brand, and the category, sample category, and then the count in stock is going to be 0. The number of views is going to be 0, and then the description, we'll just say sample description. Alright, so that's the sample data. Now after that we want to create a variable called created product, and let's set that equal to await, and then we want to take that product instance and save it to the database, and then we'll respond here with a status of 201, and then we'll send some JSON with that and send the product. Okay, so we'll send the new product back. So that's the create product. Now under that I want to do the update, so I'm going to just copy all this, and underneath that let's say update a product, and this will be a put request to API products and then the ID, so /:ID, and we'll call this update product. And then what I want to do is get a bunch of data from the body. I'm actually going to just get rid of all this. Actually, we can keep that down at the bottom, but let's get from the body okay, so we're going to want to get the name, price, description, image, the brand, the category. We want the count in stock, and that should do it. So we'll save that, format it, and then underneath that let's create, let's say const product, and set this to await, and we want to find the product by its ID. So we'll take the product model and let's call find by ID. The ID is in the URL, so request.params.id, and then we want to check for the product. Okay, if it's not found, then we just want to res.status 404, and let's go ahead and throw a new error and just say product not found. And let's take this and move this up here into the if statement, and then right here we're going to start to set some of the fields. So product.name we're going to set to the name in the body, and I'm just going to actually copy this down few times. So we have name, we have price, we have description, we have image, and brand, we have category, and let's do count in stock. Okay, now down here, instead of created product, I'm going to call this updated product. So updated product, and then we're going to save it, and then we're going to respond here with res.json, and we're going to send our updated product. And I think up here I made a mistake. Yeah, so right here we want to send the created product. All right. So that should do it for the functions. So let's save this, and now let's add the routes. So we'll go to our product routes, and from here we want to, on this /ID, let's add the update. So that'll be a put request, and this is going to be protected admin and update product, which I have to export. So let's make sure we export both create product and update product and bring those into our routes. So that's update product. Now the create product will be a post request on /. So let's say .post, and let's pass in protect and admin, and then create product. Okay, so we can test this out in Postman. So in the products folder here, let's get rid of this. I'm gonna create a new request to add a product. So let's say post /API/products add new sample product. And let's say post and API/products. So I shouldn't have to send any data. It's just going to create the sample. Whoops, I need to log in. Not authorized as admin. Okay, so let me go log in as admin. Body. Okay, so send. So now I should be logged in as admin. Let's send. And you can see that we get back the newly created product with, you know, sample brand, sample name, sample description. So it just creates it. Now in the front end, once it creates it, it'll take us to the form where we can then add our own fields. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And if we get all of our products, we should see that. Where is it? Yeah, so sample name. So now we want to update this. So I'm going to copy the ID here. And then let's create a new request. So this is going to be a put request to /API/products/ID. This will update a product. So I'm going to paste in the ID here and make a put request. Let's authorize. And in the body here, let's say raw JSON. And let's change the name. I'm just going to say test product. Oops, for the name. And description. test description. So that's all I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that I can update it. So if we send that, well, I can't do that because this stuff is actually required. So let's add price, say 10, category, electronics, and what else is required? Count in stock. We'll set that to 10, and I think that's it. So let's send. What did I do here? Expected string at, oh, forgot a comma here. All right, so let's send that. Image is required. So image, we'll keep that at /images/sample.jpg. Brand is required. And you don't, if you want to change that, what's required, you can just go into the Mongoose model, the user, the product model, and you can change it. Just remove the required true if you don't want this stuff to be required. All right, so we get back the updated product. So test description, brand is test, name is test product. Good. So I'm going to save this route here. And let's close this stuff up. And if we make a GET request to see our products, we should see that new product, or that I should say that updated product of test. So right here. Now you're probably going to want to have an image called sample.jpg just so this points to something, although you'll most likely just update that as soon as you go to the edit screen. So I have this sample.jpg. I'm just going to bring it right into my front end public images folder, and then that should go ahead and render if for some reason you keep that image. All right, so in the next video, now that we have the back end all set, we'll move to the front end and we'll implement the create button and also the update screen.